My brothers and sisters, every time we do something that is evil, wallahi, it adds a lot of weight. I can give you some examples, and really many come to my mind. One of the biggest issues today is the issue of pornography. It is something that has overtaken, and don't be surprised by what I'm saying, the globe at large. It is accessible in the pockets of the people. And you don't realize that the minute your eyes are set on something bad, it adds a huge burden onto your back and in your mind, and it contaminates your thinking, and you pay for it. Believe me, no droplet of pornography has gone by without a heavy price that is paid for it somewhere down the aisle, unless the person has engaged in tawbah. Believe me, the youth out here, it will never bring about goodness. Why are the divorce rates so high? Because people do not fulfill the rights of their spouse. Why don't they fulfill the rights of their spouses? Because to them, life is all about having fun and enjoying, and it's not about fulfillment of rights. Allahu Akbar. This is what it is. We have a spouse, a person who has worked with us, who has lived with us, provided us with children, sacrificed, dedicated, and the only words we have for them are bad words. What do we want? Those bad words will be a burden on our backs. We pay for them somewhere down the line. My brothers and sisters, I call on you to be the best to your spouses. Fear Allah regarding your spouses, your family members. Tomorrow we will speak about marriage, inshallah. But before we get there, we need to warm up. We need to ask ourselves, how am I to my family members? When the Prophet ﷺ clearly said the best from amongst you are those who are best to their own families. Subhanallah. Our spouses are suffering. A woman being oppressed to the degree that she cannot handle it anymore. May Allah protect us, and vice versa sometimes. Really, it brings about tears to the eyes when we hear what is going on. Good people sometimes are oppressing their spouses. People whom we perceive as really brilliant people, sometimes they have no control over their tongues, and they don't realize that what we are saying slices the heart of our spouses without even knowing. That is a burden. That is excess baggage. And you are burdening someone, oppressing them. You pay for it, my brothers and sisters. We don't want that. May Allah forgive us, and may those whom we have oppressed also forgive us, and may we make amends, and may we really rectify our bad ways. This is excess baggage. And I told you the root of it is when we do not lower our gaze, we pay, because it is a baggage that really we have. This is why the hadith says the gaze is like the spear of the devil. You know, you have a little buck or a deer or a little gazelle. If you look at it and you're a hunter, as soon as you see it, your eyes remain on it, and your spear is waiting in order to really get to it and make sure you've got it down. So the hadith describes the gaze as that exactly. If you have now not controlled your gaze, perhaps it may lead you to something very bad, because you won't be able to sleep at night because you saw something that is not yours, was not yours, will never be yours, but you are still having a sleepless night. That's why there was a young man who told me once, may Allah safeguard us all, really. He says, you know what, some of these women don't even know they give us sleepless nights. I said, they are not guilty, it's you. Why don't you look down? You'll sleep well. Allahu Akbar. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us goodness. So, it's because of our eyes. We haven't controlled them. You pay. So people say, what's wrong? I'm free to look. Wallahi, my brothers and sisters, that argument, you cannot argue with Allah. When Allah gives you a ruling, He knows why. It's really good for you. There is not a single rule in Islam that has been laid in order to create stress in your life. In fact, every single rule in Islam has been created in order to make your life easy and to grant you a beautiful life full of honor and dignity and enjoyment, such that when you get to the age of 60 and 70, if Allah has given you life, you are actually now looking forward to the meeting with Allah. Because even those who do not look forward to the meeting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they too have to die. Amazing.